Hey guys, today I am sharing my delicious and hearty beef stew recipe. Let's just go right ahead and get started on this goodness. Yes, honey. So here I have a large piece, yes, of chuck steak. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and... Yes, honey. This is why I have to do voiceovers, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and cut this up into small little cubes, probably about 1.5 by 1.5 inches. And you want to pat your meat dry using some paper towels or napkins or something as best as you can. Get as much moisture off as possible because we're going to try and sear and develop a lovely color on this. So in a large saucepan with high sides, I have some vegetable oil that is nice and hot. My heat is on high, and I'm going to go ahead and place in my beef pieces. We're going to sear and develop this on high heat for about 3-4 minutes on each side till there's a lovely golden brown color. We're going to try and do both sides of the meat, and if you have to do your beef in batches, go ahead and do that. So after a 4 or 5 minutes of developing lovely color, just going to give that a toss and I'm going to start building on those flavors. Now you can remove beef and then saute your veggies, but I am making an easy quick beef stew. I'm going to toss everything together. I've got onion, garlic, and celery pieces that I have chopped up roughly. All the amounts will be listed below in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and add that right in. And just give that a good toss around, coating everything, making sure everything is nice and, coated. So those flavors kind of just come together beautifully. Give that a good mix around. And we're going to let this sweat down for about 5 to 6 minutes or so. We're going to go ahead and season this with some salt, as well as a good amount of black pepper. This is a stew, so I want those flavors to be really just robust and strong and beautiful. So a lot of black pepper. It's not going to be overpowering, but we want it to flavor everything. So I'm going to add that in, give that a mix around, and we want those veggies to sweat down. So we're going to go ahead and cover this up and let this sweat down for about 5 to 6 minutes or so, until it kind of breaks down the onions and the garlic. So cover that up and let that go for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going to remove my lid. The beef's starting to release its own natural juices. I'm going to turn my heat down to about medium heat now, and we're going to start building on our liquids. Now I like a saucy stew, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my water, and I am using water in a chicken bouillon cube. You can use chicken stock, beef stock, vegetable stock, or a bouillon cube like I am. A good amount of Worcestershire sauce. We need that Worcestershire sauce. All the amounts will be listed below. We're going to go ahead and add in some apple cider vinegar, as well as some ketchup. And this is just how I make my beef stew, guys. I don't use any alcohol-based liquids or anything in mine. It's very simple and easy. You can use tomato paste instead of the ketchup. The ketchup can tend to be a little bit sweeter. We're going to also add in a dash of paprika. Give that a mix. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken bouillon cube at this point. Again, you can use chicken stock, beef stock, or any of those bouillon cubes that you have. Mix that all around. I'm going to add in some brown sugar, as well as a few good sprigs of thyme. Cover this up. Give that a mix, cover this up, and you are good for an hour and a half or so. Let this simmer away on medium-low heat or so for about an hour and a half. We really want that beef to get really nice and tender. So after about an hour and a half on like medium-low to low heat, we're going to remove the thyme. You can leave it if you want. I like to remove the sprigs. And we're going to go ahead and add in some potatoes and some carrots. The potatoes I have washed, peeled, and cleaned, and cut up into about 1.5 to 2 inches or so. You can make them smaller if you want, as well as I'm adding in some baby carrots. You can just use regular carrots cut up in about 1 inch sizes or so. I had baby carrots on hand, so that's what I was going to use. Going to add that in, mix that all, and we're going to turn our heat up to high now and cook. Those potatoes and carrots are fully cooked through. After that, we're going to go ahead and add in some frozen sweet peas. I love to add frozen sweet peas. Whatever veggies I can get in there, I'm going to add because it just adds flavor and it's good stuff. Adding in my frozen sweet peas, giving that a mix. Let that cook through a little bit, and now we're going to go ahead and thicken this up. I have some flour in my little bowl here, as well as some water. I'm going to mix this together until I see no more lumps of flour. Just until it's a nice smooth consistency. We're just going to go ahead and pour this flour and water mixture into our potatoes and everything. Give that a nice mix. Let this go for another 5 minutes or so until that flour is thoroughly cooked through, and that is it. You are done. Now if there seems like a lot of sauce, it will reduce as it cools, and it will thicken up even more, but you are done. This is so delicious, so warm and hearty, and just absolutely comforting, and just an amazing meal. I hope that you give this a try. I will have all the amounts listed below and my dinner roll recipe listed below as well, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.